we will develop one business application, we will develop one game project, and we will also cover the user interface in this semester. We will start with the console-based application, and with some time, we will start learning some UIs in desktop application, and maybe if we get some time, end of the course, mostly नहीं मिलता, we will try to cover some web concept of C#. Okay? Okay, we start with the dua. Okay, so C# basically a modern programming language. This is a kind of advanced version that basically provides you so many built-in things. Like in C++, you will provide so much, and maybe in C#, like maybe we have some already built-in features that we can use, and we will get some benefit from them. But with the help of C#, you can make desktop application, you can make mobile applications, you can make web applications, and even you can work on IoT devices. So that's why you can consider it a very powerful programming language, and it's very similar to C++ and very similar to the Java. Java is another same level of programming language. Java is different than JavaScript, keep it in mind. Okay? We will start with the C#. Most of the universities, teach Java in the root course, but usually we follow the C#, so that's why we are going with that. C# basically has two major kind of development classification. One is on the .NET framework development, and another is .NET Core development. One is .NET framework development, and other is .NET Core. .NET framework development basically is a .NET framework is a runtime. Runtime को पता क्या होता है? Runtime is a program that facilitates any programming language to run on. जो उसके ऊपर run करता है. Just like a compiler, but it's more than a compiler. Okay, runtime is a more than a compiler. So .NET framework is a runtime that facilitates C# to run its program. But the disadvantage of .NET framework is that if you will develop any application with a .NET framework, that application will only run on Windows platforms. Only run on phone. That overcome this issue, Microsoft introduced .Core framework and runtime also. If you develop your application with .NET Core, you can run that application on Windows, on Linux, on Mac. Okay? So this is a benefit. But in this course, we are not going to go into the detail of this runtime. If you know C#, you know that's your job. Right now we will go. Okay? I will first go to tools. The Visual Studio. All this video. So let me walk you through this steps. After the complete installation, you will run the Visual Studio. Let me connect the not possible. First thing is this is not possible. The second thing is this is not possible. Because this is the resolution of multimedia. This is what it is. Well, I will explain that text that written, maybe it will make some sense to you. Well, now this is the Visual Studio 2019. Visual Studio is a software that helps you create the applications with the help of C# or F# or other technologies powered by Microsoft. We have, I think, three versions of this Visual Studio. One is the professional, another is the enterprise, and another is the community. Professional is a paid. If you can afford, buy it, but right now we don't need it. You can download the community version. I sent the link in the group, in the WhatsApp group. I think you can find that link. I said install it. So it's recommended to set up everything before going to the lab. Okay? After the installation, when you will run this application, you will see this type of result. Here you have a couple of options. The first is clone repository. This is like if you want to directly get the project from the GitHub. Another is open your project or solution. If the project is already residing in your laptop, you can open the project with this second option. Quite clear with the text. You can open a local folder if you want to open the folder, not a project. You can choose this option, and the last one is our hard favorite, create a new project. Okay? So with the help of create a new project, you can create a new project. Okay? So you will choose this. After this, you will get this kind of window. Now this is very important. In this right area, you will have a bunch of options, maybe 50 or 60 options, depending on the installation you have done. Okay? Even though it's now, if you will not install the modules, you can find that screenshot in the WhatsApp group where I take. Depending on the modules that you have installed, you can find a bunch of options in this result. Now we have to select our desired type of application. You will find like a desktop application, web application, console application, library project, and so many things. Even for C#, Visual Basic, F#, Microsoft has different, multiple technologies. You can find all the technologies and all types of project there. So what we need to choose? First thing, we have to select console-based application. We have to select console, because initially you will start learning with the console, and with time you will start diving into the visual things. Then you have to see the C# as a language and .NET framework as a framework. So you need to consider three things: console application, C#, .NET framework. Okay? If you will choose like something else, maybe you will get into another mess. Not a mess, like another project. After selecting the appropriate application from this list, you need to hit this next button. And here we have got console app, .NET framework. Here we have C# written. Here we have Windows. Here we have console. And .NET framework is written in the title of this project. Okay. After this, you need to hit this next. And now, this method is about naming your project. You have to write the appropriate name for your project. Okay. This is a location where you want to save your project. This is a solution name. Solution name means when you are working with a C#, you could have one solution, and one solution could have multiple projects. For example, if I explain my ECAT code solution, so basically our ECAT project contains around 10 different applications. They all applications are under a single solution. So solution means organization level. Okay, even though you can separate a single organization, multiple solutions, but this is kind of recommendation. Like if you are making some projects for a single organization, so try to give a single solution to all the projects. So it will be easy for you to manage all the projects under a single umbrella. Okay? Making some sense? Yes. Okay, good. If you have any questions so far, let me know, please. Okay. सोल्यूशन क्या है? आप जब विजुअल स्टूडियो में ना एक सोल्यूशन के अंदर बहुत सारे प्रोजेक्ट किया, जैसे हमारे ईकैड का सोल्यूशन है ना, उसका नाम हमने दिया यूनिटी। उसके अंदर स्टूडेंट ऐप है जो जिससे बच्चे अपीयर देते हैं, उसी के अंदर एक प्रोजेक्ट अलग से, उसके अंदर एक प्रोजेक्ट है एग्जाम सेंटर का, जिसमें एग्जाम सेट होता है, उसमें एक प्रोजेक्ट है एग्जाम सर्वर का, रजिस्ट्रार का, बैकअप सर्वर, मुख्तलिफ बहुत सारी ऐप्स, तो सारी एक सोल्यूशन के अंदर है। यानी कि सोल्यूशन जो है रिप्रेजेंट करता है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को, और प्रोजेक्ट एक्चुअल प्रोजेक्ट को रिप्रेजेंट करता है। देखो ना, ड्यूटी के अंदर बहुत सारे प्रोजेक्ट हो सकते हैं, ठीक है, बट इट्स नॉट लाइक समथिंग दैट इज डिबेटेबल, यू कैन मेक नॉनसेंस थिंग्स हियर। It's not like the solution is meaningfully this your call. But this is something that I have to explain. Okay? Well, after this you have to select the flavor that you are going to choose. Maybe depending on your installation, you may have multiple options right here. You may have .NET Framework 4.7.2, 3.5, .NET Core, .NET 7, .NET Core 5, .NET Core 7, and maybe multiple options. Okay? Now, after choosing the right configuration for your project, you have to click this create button and we are good to go with our project. Okay, man. After hitting this create button, you will get your project into your Visual Studio. Okay. So initially you will get this program.cs file. Okay. In this file we have some already written code. Don't worry, it is not something that is like a alien. I will explain you this. From line 1 to 4, 1 to 5, all these are libraries. Just like IOStream, onl.h, next.h, h include, this is what we have in C#. After this, we have namespace. Okay, for now, I will suggest to cut. So, for every project, we need a namespace. But I will explain this concept, and it is very important to logical distribution of the code in case it gets coming things. Okay, then we have a class. Again, this is important for your project learn, and then we have a main function. Again, this is also. So initially you can cram this code, but no need because Visual Studio this code. Okay. But important thing is we have main function. This is similar to a C++, but we have a little different text here. Maybe in C++ we only write main, but we have more things. Right? We have static, we have void, we have main, we have string, and this is there. But if you will make any change to this header, your application will not execute. It should stay as is. No need to touch it. Yes, we will write our code inside the body of this thing. Okay? We will write our code basically on two places. We will write our code inside the main function, and if we have multiple functions, we will write all the functions inside this class. Okay? Making sense?
Yes.
These are the libraries. Okay, well, right now it's not the agenda of this lecture, but I explained you to make some sense in your mind. We have collections.generic. This basically provides you some collections like arrays, lists, or these types of things. Then we have threading.pass, text and link are also exporting libraries we will be using. Threading is like this is internally used by our application to create a thread. This is basically operating level thing. We will be covering thread and everything in this maybe this course. But right now, you can even do this at the moment. Okay? मुझे शौक है ना कोडिंग करना, मुझे नहीं पता है। Okay, well, ये नहीं भी होगी ना तो अगर काम नहीं चलेगा तो लिख भी दे, इसमें मसला नहीं है। This is not a debatable. ठीक है? मैंने तो कोई बोल ही नहीं किया क्या लिखा हुआ है। Yeah, this is important. Very good. Well, this is first of all, we cannot debate on the syntax of the main function because this should be the same as provided by Microsoft. Well, but in C# you will see we have a convention of writing first letter capital in the function name or in the variable name. Yes, no, this is not Pascal case.
Camel case.
It's not a camel case. I think Pascal, yes. I'm not sure. Maybe I think in Pascal we have one sense that explanation is I'm not sure.
C# में
It doesn't matter, but when you switch the convention and then you will be contributing to your existing code base, you have to follow the convention. Because the whole community is using this thing. If you write your code in different way, your code will not get into the actual code base. Why is material is in
So the name is everything.
everything. No. Yes, if you write n as small, we cannot compromise on this main function. I told you. This main function will stay same for the whole application, for even all of us applications. But for other function we can write capital and small and हम दूसरे फंक्शन लिख सकते हैं कैपिटल स्मॉल के साथ वो नहीं मैटर ठीक है ना मेन फंक्शन में नो कॉम्प्रोमाइज है मेन ऐसे ही होगा मेन के अगर आप सिर्फ चेंज कर सकते हैं ARGS को इसका नाम डिफरेंट ये नहीं करना है चेंज करना बात ठीक है
अगर हम वेरिएबल्स क्रिएट करेंगे तो उसे नेम वाले फंक्शन में हम लिखेंगे फंक्शंस क्रिएट करेंगे तो क्लास
यस अगर हम वेरिएबल बनाएंगे या कोई और एक कंडीशन चीजें बनाएंगे तो बनाएंगे मेन के अंदर अगर मल्टीपल फंक्शन होंगे इस मेन से बाहर इस क्लास के अंदर होगी ठीक है क्लासेस होंगी तो नेम स्पेस के अंदर होगी
ग्लोबल वेरिएबल बनाने हैं वो भी क्लास में बनाएंगे
यस इसमें जितने भी वेरिएबल होंगे या क्लास के अंदर होंगे या वेरिएबल फंक्शन के अंदर अभी हम बनाएंगे नो प्रॉब्लम अभी हम देखेंगे चीजें ना सारी इंशाल्लाह ओके वेल that's what we have discussed. So that this area, when we run your application, we have basically in Visual Studio we have a in Visual Studio we have run button, we have start button basically. You just hit that start button. This time you don't need to write